Hello everyone, welcome back to Engineering Simplified by Raghav. Think about this, same tractor, same job, one time a diesel engine is driving it, another time an electric motor. Can both of them do the same job? What do you think, Rocky? Let's find out. First, look at what the real diesel engine data tell us. If the torque and power are both changing with RPM, which one actually determines whether the tractor can do the job? So, as the engine RPM increases, torque and power do not behave in the same way. We have maximum torque point and maximum power point. But here is the real question. When we ask a tractor to do a job, is maximum torque alone enough? In our previous episode, we saw how gear ratio multiplies wheel torque and how that wheel torque becomes tractive force. So you might think more engine torque means more pulling force. But is that the complete picture? What happens when tractor is moving at higher RPM? And why does the engine need power as well?
So we just look at torque and the job is done.
No, Rocky. Torque only tells you the pulling force. It does not tell you how fast that force can be delivered. For that, we need power. So let's understand what is power really. Power means how fast energy is being transferred, and it is represented as P is equal to torque into omega, where P is in Newton meter and omega is in radian per second. If we convert power in kilowatt, then this equation will become P is equal to T into omega can be written as 2 pi n divided by 60, and to convert it in kilowatt we need to divide by 1000. It will give in kilowatt. Now by rearranging this equation we can get T into n divided by 60,000 divided by 2 pi, which will give us approximately 9550. So power equation is torque into RPM divided by 9550, and it will give in kilowatt. Now let's apply this to the locked diesel data set. Maximum torque is 252 Newton meter at RPM 1400. So if we will put these values in our equation, we will get 252 into 1400 divided by 9550 kilowatt, which will be equal to 36.99 kilowatt, or approximately it will be equal to 49.6 HP. Now let's see at 2000 RPM. At 2000 RPM, torque is given as 218 Newton meter at 2000 RPM. If we will put these values in our power equation, we will get 218 into 2000 divided by 9550 kilowatt, which will be equal to 45.65 kilowatt, or approximately 61.1 HP.
Right? Torque went down but power went up.
Exactly, Rocky. That's the wow moment for this episode. The gain in RPM outweighs the loss in the torque. Now, let's understand why the diesel curve takes this shape. RPM increases, the engine torque producing ability changes because airflow, fueling, and combustion condition change. A diesel engine naturally does not deliver constant torque across the whole RPM range. Now let's compare it with electric motor. Now if the same tractor were driven by an electric motor would follow a diesel like curve? Not exactly. Let's see. Before understanding this graph, let's rewind yourself to class 12th physics. We know that when a current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field B and current flowing in conductor is I and its length is L, then this conductor will feel a force of Bill sine theta. Current flows through the motor coil inside the magnetic field and an electromagnetic force is generated. When this force acts at a radius from the shaft, it becomes torque, which is represented as torque equal to force into R. This shows that T is directly proportional to Kt into I. That means in the normal operating region, motor torque is approximately proportional to current. More current, more electromagnetic torque, but only within the limits of motor, inverter and battery and the thermal limits. Unlimited current does not mean that unlimited torque will be produced. Real limits apply: motor current limit, inverter current limit and battery capability, along with thermal limits and magnetic or material limits. An ideal traction motor characteristic works across two regions, region 1 and region 2. In region 1, torque is constant and power is directly proportional to angular velocity. In region 2, power is constant and torque is inversely proportional to the angular velocity or RPM.
So why does torque fall off at high RPM?
This isn't an arbitrary rule. It is a natural result of motor inverter operating limits. At low speed, high current is available, so high torque is available. As speed increases, maintaining the same torque would require continuously increasing power, since power is equal to torque into omega. At some point, a voltage, current or thermal limit is reached. So the current system reduces torque as speed increases in order to keep power close to its maximum available level. Here is an important point. It would be wrong to treat the ideal EV motor curve as the real motor curve. So what happens when we look at the real motor data? And more importantly, if a diesel engine and electric motor have similar horsepower, will they actually give the same tractor performance? In the next episode, we will use the complete tractor matched EV motor curve, compare it with diesel engine and connect torque, wheel torque, tractive force, transmission matching, efficiency and gear selection. And finally, we will answer the real question: how do we actually select and match the right motor for tractor application. So don't miss the part 2. If you found this episode useful, please like, subscribe and share your thoughts in the comments. I will see you in the next episode. Till then, take care of yourself. Goodbye.